From the Lynx Entertainment Camp, amazing talents right there. Welcome back to the AM Club here on MX24. If you're just joining in, well, we still have something for you, okay? But if you've stayed through to now, thank you always for choosing us. Again, this is the AM Club. My name is Miriam Uduak-Mensah. We'll move straight to what is in the plug. And so we're plugging into something really exciting and very interesting, and I know it will interest you. We're hosting an amazing graffiti artist, and he goes by the name Skyscrapa. When my producers told me we are hosting a graffiti artist, I was like, who is that? I know you asked it to, so now we're going to talk about it. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing, Skyscrapa?
I am blessed.
What from the name Skyscrapa?
It came out random when I was playing basketball when I was in high school, and people wanted to know my name. I don't like telling people my full name, so I just said Skyscraper. But I think it went well because I'm very tall, so yeah.
So you just randomly just said Skyscraper?
Yeah, I just said that.
I think you'd be a very sarcastic person.
Yeah, very.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna ask you, what's your real name?
Okay, right. I'm grown, so I'll tell you.
So tell me your real name.
Daniel Akwesi Mensah. Like you, Mensah.
Mensah.
You know,
I think I need to add Mensah to my name.
To your name, right? No, Bano. Welcome. Let's stay with the Skyscraper. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
You have done incredible work.
Thanks.
We've seen a few. My producer was taking me through.
Yeah, it's actually
we did Accra.
We did like Accra.
We did like Accra.
We did like Accra. So the
yes.
the term there is not. So it's not we did Accra.
No,
we did like Accra.
Yes.
So when you're walking, if you have driven or walked past the Accra Mall area,
exactly.
You've seen this on your screen.
Yeah.
This is a gentleman behind it. So we're going to be having a great conversation with him. Because one day I thought about it, I was like, how did the person put this there? What did they do to put this there?
What time did he do
What time did he do it? Because you go to sleep and wake up in the morning and it's over there. Do you do it in the afternoons or at night?
No, we did it during the day though, but we made sure it wasn't a traffic jam time. And we did it like over a weekend where we know it was less busy and people were not around. Now, mind you, doing graffiti, you have to do it fast. You have to know how to do it fast. Most of the works you see outside, they do it overnight. And these are like skyscrapers, big buildings and all that. So it was a practice we had already picked up. And I wasn't the only one. There were other artists too that came through. So shout outs to them. So I don't take all the credit.
You don't take all the credit, but you're into this full time.
Not only that, too, I model, I influence, I do other stuff. But this is like my passion. This is what I grew up. This is the talent God gave me. So I make good use of the talent. When
you talk about talent, which means that you didn't go to school for it, you didn't study for it?
I did though, but it was something I already knew how to do as a kid. So I just went to school to put it together, polish it up, and at least a bit more professional.
So you did I want to know.
Yeah, I did that one. Yeah, that's yeah, I did this for.
But this is perfect. I want to know how does this work? Especially with our creative space, we realize that, for instance, for me, I wake up and I want to get content, or I want to show people that, okay, this is how beautiful Ghana is. Now I go to some specific places and I'm trying to take just a picture or probably a video of it, and I'm not allowed to do so.
Yeah.
So for graffiti, in that sense, do you just wake up and go to a particular wall and you just, start, doing arts and crafts there? I mean, what happens? How do you go? Take us through the creative process.
So I probably already have the idea in my head of probably wanting to do something, because I feel like Ghana is a beautiful place and we need to tell the stories. And we've created this notion that if you're an artist, then maybe you're not going to do well in life, or you're a visual artist, so you're stubborn and all that. And it was something I felt like I put so many people down, so I need to start putting myself out there. Obviously, I would go with the permission to ask you if you can give me your wall. Some people don't get the idea, so they backtrack on that. Sometimes I go and I just start doing the work. And I'm ready for, if you come and you tell me that I should wipe it off, I have a white paint, I'll wipe it off, or whatever color was on the wall, I'll wipe it off. But I had so much confidence in myself that what I'm about to do is going to be very beautiful and they would love it. So some people just wait to see me finish it to the end. Now you get other people calling you that, oh, can you come to my wall and do this and stuff like that. So it started building like that. And I went to KNUST. So my first place I started doing graffiti was in KNUST on campus. And you need permissions and all that. But I was like, I'll ask. If they're taking too long, I started doing it, they started loving it, then all the process came into play.
Are you trying to tell us that you need to have a more or less a stubborn
A
stubborn
little.
side, a stubborn side
If
of
you're
you.
positive about what you want to do, you
Yeah.
have to fight for it. So there are certain times you've asked for permission, it didn't go the way you want to. So try and do something. But remember I said I had a paint there, so I'm very respectful. If you told me to
Yeah.
wipe it off, I'll wipe it totally off. It's just
Okay.
paint. It's just art.
Yeah.
Okay.
So certain times it's the beauty. When it becomes beautiful, it draws more attention to your space. I let you know the benefit you're getting by me putting this there. Artists will come and shoot videos here. People will visit your space. So why would you not allow me do that? You see. So it became that, and I started growing from there.
Yeah. Is it lucrative enough, the business? Are you guys
Yes.
underrated?
Yes. A lot of people, you see, some people will not mention the amount, and I always use the average Ghanaian, what they make. I'm making above 1,000 cedis for most of the work I do. And these are like sometimes free works I just feel like doing. So if I'm making that amount, you should know that it goes higher than that. So there are certain works I do for free because I want to give back to the society. And there are certain works I could charge for that I know that, yes, these are stuff like I'll get paid money for. So yes, that's
So you
that's
do
it.
some for music videos and...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's Dope Nation Studio.
Yeah, their studio, the double studio.
And you decided to just...
You did that
Apparently
for
they
them?
called me. Like,
called
like,
you?
Yeah, because
No way.
they're my homies. So it was like, yo, Skyscrapa, you have to pull through.
Yeah.
So it was so much ideas, and we just said, let's just do what we could do, and we just had fun doing it on like the double studio.
double studio.
Yeah, and they paid me for it. It's not even like it was like
Wow.
free. Yeah. So they even did a video saying that, yo, don't think artists are like underrated. They are expensive. So if you want something that's good, you'd have to pay for it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
Since 2015. So that's like that's like 12 years. Yeah.
Okay.
That's strictly graffiti, but art in general has been since birth.
Okay. How long does it take you to do a piece?
It depends on the piece, but like most of my, like the one I did for Kiddy was like one night. The Ebony was just a day, or like 5 hours. Some I will even be talking to people, so I'm talking and I'm having fun whilst I'm doing it. So I learned to do it fast because most of the graffitis, they do overnight. Now, mind you, outside the country, it's vandalism because the boys go to the walls and they destroy the walls. Yeah, I ask permission, I make sure it's in the right space, and most of the works are still where they are because people love the work. So I'm not just out here doing anything. I'm trying to like beautify the society. So yeah, so most of them, it's probably a day.
Probably a day.
Yeah,
Then you're good.
Yeah, you go and come back, I'm done. Manifest one, I did it in a day. Yeah, he was even shocked because it wasn't even a full day. He just was driving and saw that I've done 2 of the work and he just asked me to do just 1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so sometimes I just, because I love what I do and
Yeah.
I'm making money out of it, so
Yeah.
it makes it amazing for me.
Right. Now, so let's backtrack a little bit to the issue of being underrated. Do you think it's from how you position your brands as graffiti artists, or it's just Ghanaians that don't appreciate the work?
It's in, I feel like it's been there because ever since they gave it to me, this is the work you cannot do to bring money to the house. As an artist, they didn't see it as a lucrative thing. They just saw that you have to be a lawyer, you have to be a nurse or something of that sort. Now, I didn't have that issue because I was focused on doing art a lot. So I wasn't that kid that would pick up a book reading something else. So my parents could see that, yes, this is what he wants to do. My mom is a fashion designer. My dad is kind of like an architect. So there was drawing already in there. So they couldn't pursue. It's like, you just go to school and do what you love. So since there's a course that fits what I want to do, it was only right they put me in that space. Yes, so that's it. So I think the notion, it comes from the Ghanaian family because they don't see artists, and even artists that blow outside, a lot of them don't come on platforms to let people know that, now your kid can do art and make it big in life.
Yeah.
So I make sure I try to let people know that you can make money from this. And your kid could do this, and you see, so when they start seeing people like me, they can encourage themselves and be like, oh, let the kid do this and stuff like that.
I see. Now, all the projects that you've done in Accra, there was a time that we heard that the Ministry of Tourism and also some other, the Year of Return squad employed some people to do some areas in Accra. Were you part of them?
No, I wasn't.
You was.
Yeah. You see, we started like the idea of we were trying to campaign where they stopped posting bills, votings, and pastors putting a lot of billboards and posters on the wall, and they're dirtying the wall. After elections, nobody cleans that, and it's just all over there. And this is done by political people, pastors, and nobody gets caught for that. But me coming to do art is a problem when we're telling stories about our city. So you should give us more walls to do that. So obviously we pioneered it, but they will pass through other people to do the work. So a bunch of other artists got the job, which I'm happy that they did get the job. But when the situation came, they can't involve me because a lot of people started going like, oh, Sky, you're part of the people that I'm like, no, they didn't pay me because I was working in the office then. I worked as a digital executive alongside being an artist. So I was campaigning, I was an ambassador for Club Shandy. I just used my God-given talent to do so many stuff that I could do. So yes.
So have you done anything for Club Shandy in terms of graffiti?
Yeah, I have. I did. I've done like a couple. Yes, and I even did for Jameson early this year, like 2 Jamesons, like in different locations. I even do for occasions, like when they have their own. This is like one I did for Jameson that's behind. So there are spaces where I encourage the brands that work with me to see how we can fuse visual art or graffiti art into it. Yeah,
that's amazing. What inspires your work? So what's a typical day like getting ready for instance, one of the things that we did Accra, we like Accra.
Yeah.
What was it like preparing yourself mentally for a work like that?
You see, you start seeing spaces and you start seeing how beautiful they are because you have, as an artist, like you dream in imagination, right? So I'm seeing it and I'm like, oh, this is such a beautiful space to do like a waterfall that people might like. And I'm like, okay, what waterfall? Maybe somewhere that represents Ghana. Okay, what do you want to talk about that Ghana people? So looking at the age we were in, Facebook and social media had become a thing. That's why we used the Facebook button for the like. And we also wanted people to know that Accra, we did. It was a slang. It's even pidgin.
Yeah.
We are not even trying to go formal. We are trying to make it a bit more cool. And to fuse a bit of Ghanaian in there, we made some Ghanaian prints pattern inside. So you have the kente in the wide and all that, just to show you how beautiful it is. You see, so most times it's music we listen to because graffiti is an element of hip hop. So we have DJing, we have rapping, we have beatboxing, and we have graffiti. So that's a form of hip hop which most people don't even know about. You see, so it's a form of art where you freely just go out and create something that's beautiful according to how you feel.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So this happy birthday Zane, was it on Kitty's wall or something?
This is Zane. This is Kitty Zane.
Do you know how amazing this was? Because I had not seen the boy before. They sent me a baby picture because at that time they had not brought him out.
Yeah.
So I had to make him a matured picture.
Matured person.
Yes. So I
and
used
that
my
looks
imagination.
exactly like him. So you imagined.
Yeah. So when they took the picture, it was
that's
so
how
amazing.
creative it is.
Zane.
Man.
Yeah.
Good.
Sometimes I don't even have a vision. I just know that okay, I want to do this. But when I'm done, it's so amazing for me that when I see it, I'm like, wow.
So you did this for what? His birthday?
His birthday party. Yeah. So even at that time, they had not brought Zane out. Like people didn't know who he was till they did the video together and everybody saw that.
I tell you what, we've got nice walls here in MX24. You should just come through and then we'll tell our bosses.
You've already put it out there, so yeah, I'll be waiting.
We tell our bosses, man. We just tell our bosses and let them know that, you know what, this is it. You get me.
Yeah, but I believe we could tell an amazing story with all the journalists here and the everybody around.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I see. Then we're looking forward to that. Now, the tools that you use for work. I love that. You like the conversation, right? Are they expensive? How hard is it to get them?
They are very expensive because like most of the spray cans we use are foreign brands.
So you use spray cans and what?
Paints.
Paints.
Yes, and rollers, brushes and stuff like that. Now with the local paints and stuff, you could get that from Accra, May. But if you want foreign paint, you have to go to Coral or the other people, which you would have to buy because maybe you're doing a professional work, so you need to make sure it's like proper. So you buy the expensive paint for that. If I want to do an ad for myself, I probably use like the local paints, but I make sure I go to a place where the paint I'm buying is proper. You see. Now I can use local cans, like the ones they used to spray the fridges and the cars. But it doesn't give me a feel like what I'll get if I use the foreign cans, like Montana cans, and I can only get that from Acrylic or Su. So Acrylic is an amazing shop because they give us the product as it is. But you see, because of shipping and all that, the prices, So it really affects us every time I have to do that because one is like almost 100 cedis.
Wow.
Just one.
Just one can.
Yeah.
And you probably need about 10 or 15.
And the funny thing is that you can even buy it, maybe you're going to press it and it sprays a bit and stops, meaning it's blocked inside.
Wow.
Yeah. So
So it's a risk.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
But speaking about paints, do we have ones that are temporary and permanent?
Yeah, they are temporary paints and stuff like that. Even the one we used to do with the like Accra was even a test run. Because I told them that let's not waste too much money on like expensive paint. Let's go for this type of paint. I feel it to work. And we did it on a concrete floor and it's been there ever since. It's been over It's been like since 2017.
Yeah, it's been.
No.
It's been,
Yeah, it's 2017. I promise
yeah,
you.
it's been there. It's been there for
it's
quite some time.
2017.
Yeah.
And we just did it, and it's rained on it and all that. And so even this is an example of we saying that, oh yeah, then the paint is quite good for us to use it to do a lot of stuff.
A
So
lot
yeah.
of stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
But still on the price of we're talking about the
Yeah, the can being expensive and stuff like that. So sometimes I always tell people that I treat it like barber shop, because if you have to learn how to cut somebody's hair, you have to use somebody's head to practice, right?
Yeah.
And you still have, the person has to pay you
Yeah.
for it. So I use other works to practice more.
Okay.
So out of that, I could get more cans, so I could get money, my profit. I could use that to buy more cans for myself. And it's not all the time, because they don't pour it in half, or it's like you buy the whole can.
Yeah.
So obviously some will remain, which I could use for maybe my next job and stuff like that. That's how I save and I balance the money out. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what are the future projects? What are we looking at with
Amazing.
Skyscrapa?
A lot of people have been
And
trying
couple
to...
that with any advice you want to give any young person who wants to go into I was going to say skyscraping.
But that could be
Graffiti.
I like that. I like when
skyscraping.
people try to remix my name, and
Yeah,
I like that.
like, welcome to the
Some people
skyscraping.
say scrapeezy, scrapees. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, it gets interesting. I think. Sorry, what's the first question?
No,
Future
your
plans.
projects.
My
like
future
your
plans.
projects,
So, I have an exhibition. Most people have been asking me that they want to come to a space or witness me do this or learn from me. So I'm working on an exhibition space where people can come. It's an exhibition space stroke, a studio where people can come and learn and also witness works that tell stories. And also artists can come around by the beach, rehab. So if you know rehab beach,
love
you can
rehab.
come. Yeah, so I need people to get that feel of the beach and also enjoy that. So it's a collaboration. Hopefully next month we'll put that out there.
Okay.
And I feel like that's the first one.
Okay.
And obviously doing art outside the country, meeting other people and other regions in Ghana. I want to go to other regions and not just here, because I schooled in Kumasi and I did a couple of arts there. I want to go to Brangafo region. I'm also from the northern region. I want to do art in all those spaces, because I feel like it's just situated in Accra. We've made Accra like the whole of Ghana, but there are beautiful places out there. So I want to do that also. I feel like the advice I want to give people is that if you believe in yourself, you have to do what you love, especially if it's positive. My biggest impact about doing all this are the kids, because growing up, there was not so many people to look up to in Ghana. So me doing art and watching kids look at me and say they want to be like me was such a big thing for me, because I came from the era of you're a visual art person, you are sports, you are not good and stuff like that. So sending that message back is such an amazing thing for me. So I always want people to believe in themselves, and that's like, I want kids to love what they want to do and just be amazing about it. Just don't pick just one thing. If you can do multiple stuff, do it. I MC, I rap, I do music, I'm an influencer, I'm an ambassador. Like, do it. I'm trying to do my best to do all that, so you guys could do it too. So yeah.
How do we connect with you then?
Counselor for Step Up, eh?
Yeah, most definitely. And I mean, with the fact that we just got to know that even with junior high school, there's been an inclusion in your subjects.
Yes,
You're now studying creative arts and all that,
Yeah.
career and all that.
Yeah.
So people like you definitely would just, be part of Step Up, so we can, let the guys out there and everybody, step up their game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Sky,
much.
how do we get through to you?
You can find me online at Skyscrapa 2020. That's SCRAPA 2020. That's my art page on all platforms. So you can link up with me there, and definitely we'll vibe.
Thank you so much for coming.
You that I know, he DMs. As for the
He replies DM.
yeah.
Okay,
I'll
so
try
now
my
slide
best.
into the DM only. Single girls, thank you. Yeah. Moving on. Thank you so much.
No, if you want him to draw, give you a nice graffiti
In
on
your
your birthday in your room
nice
too as
one.
well. Yeah.
But you don't do rooms.
You don't do rooms.
I do.
Room service.
I do.
Nice
Thank
one.
you
Nice
so
one.
much
Nice
for
one.
coming. It's Skyscrapa. Listen, it's been an exciting show here in the studio. Like we always do, every day of the week, we come here from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Like we say, like I always tell you, it's Friday. We're going to have a great time. It's going to be a great weekend. Just make sure not to do what we will not do. Take care of yourself. Have a great one. Don't drink and drive. And have a fantastic weekend. My name is Miriam Udua Komenta.
My name is Kojo Dasabra. Have a wonderful weekend. Cheers to the weekend. God bless you. Goodbye.